Which cities were known for being a hotspot for ring rats trying to pick up wrestlers?
All of them? But there was, wait, I'm trying to remember the crummy ones. It'd be easier to list the crummy ones. That Lake Charles, Louisiana, never even talked to a woman in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You could not show your face in that building for fear of being goddamn assassinated. No, I mean, once again, all of them. I mean, there was some cities where the guys in territory would stay, for example, in Crockett Promotions. Since the guys lived in Charlotte, in most of the territory, they would theoretically drive back from almost every show to home the next day, except when you went to Norfolk and Richmond, because that was so far away. And usually those two towns they were 80 miles apart, and 10,000 seat coliseums, but they'd run them sometimes on successive nights. It's how hot business was. And so, in that case, there would be a lot more because the guys stayed in hotels there and spent a lot more time there and were able to cultivate the garden. So or Memphis was the best town in the Tennessee territory just because everybody in the Memphis territory stayed in Memphis on Friday night for TV Saturday morning. So there were your centralized locations, pretty much the home base or the TV base of any territory, or a place like the Oklahoma City and Tulsa, because the guys pretty much always had to stay there. It was so far away from the rest of the territory. Any place where wrestlers congregated in large numbers.
I was just recently told to ask you about a place in Memphis, the Admiral. Is it
the Admiral Bimbo.
Yes.
It was the old Admiral Bimbo chain, and they had the big fucking captain's hat on their sign, or the pirate's hat or whatever. And it was a mid-priced, shall we say, hotel chain. And that was the Babyface Hotel. The heels stayed at La Quinta, and the babyfaces, because the heels and babyfaces couldn't stay at the same hotel, because when the girls came to see each set of them, they would then by necessity see them passing each other, and that was not kayfabe. You couldn't do that. So there was a heel hotel and babyface hotel in each territory. These things are very simple. And every once in a while, if one of the heels might like the babyface's talent over there at their hotel better, he might get one of the masks from one of the masked wrestlers and show up as the masked invader. But that was not sanctioned by the office, and I'm not saying that a member of a mass tag team in Memphis at one point did that. And no, it wasn't Roger Smith or Donnie Bass. We're not trying to malign them. It was more like I just if I only had time to say his name, but anyway, it was, yeah.
You narrowed it down when you said who it wasn't.
Well, there was a lot of other masked guys going through Tennessee, but I didn't want to immediately cast aspersions on the assassins.
How was it at the hotel? Oh, there was Terry Taylor, Steve Kern, and 7 assassins.
Yeah.
Last night. Assassin number 6 is a stud.
Yeah.